top crypto to buy in September before the upcoming FOMC meeting. You have about 2 weeks to load up on some of these crypto coins we're going to go over. In my opinion, I think Jerome Powell is going to cut interest rates, which is going to send us into a frenzy in Q4, which is the start of October. If you also believe that, if you're trying to buy cryptos and looking for good positions to get into right now at good discounts, then this video is for you. Now, like always, don't try to chase every single crypto on this list. I'm going to give my reasons why I'm bullish on these cryptos, and we'll go from there. So this is in no particular order. Let's first get on CoinMarketCap. You can see right here we're in fear. Altcoin season index is down, and Bitcoin dominance is going back up, which means it's a perfect time to buy altcoins real quick. I said it before, and it looks like it's playing out exactly the way I said it. I said Bitcoin dominance will go back up again until Bitcoin reaches its final all-time high, and then we'll see phase 2 come back for Ethereum. Then we'll see altcoins start to rally. So keep that in mind. Great time to load up. Let's kick it off. Number one. So Arrow finally came down a little bit. I think it's at a good price point to DCA. If you're looking for a new position, I still think it's going to get at least a 5, 6, 7x from here. This is a DEX for Base, main liquidity hub. It's got a huge community for it, and Base is one of the trendiest chains for this cycle. So I think if you're trying to look for a good base play, Aerodrome is the safest blue chip play to be buying right now. If we're moving on to another safe play, we got Potential Tau. I'm looking to DCA some more. It's a more expensive token, but it's a layer 1 in AI that has the same tokenomic schedule, emission schedule as Bitcoin. It's very scarce, only a 21 million supply, hence why the price is expensive, but it has no VCs behind it, and it's a great crypto and a nice niche that I do think will take off again. Potential Tau is one of the better plays out there. If we're moving on, we got Art Block, which I missed the AMA. I tried logging in the other day to X to see it, but I was a little busy. Art Block is in Web3. It's in AI. It's the future for me, and it's a huge also DApp platform, and it's got a great leader behind it, Robert Mao. It's a very scarce supply as well, 186 mil. However, the total circulating supply is the only supply that will be out there in circulation, which is currently 98 mil. The rest is being distributed amongst their dApps to use their platform to incentivize builders and traders alike to build in this Web3 space, whether it's a dApp, which is on blockchains, or a website, so on and so forth, right? So for me, this is a future trend crypto, and Robert Mao's got strong connections, although he's just not focused on marketing right now. Totally fine with me. It's a great place to be looking at the DCA. It's only 130 mil market cap. So yeah, this one's a great crypto to be looking at. Another one that I like a lot that has good connections is Ondo. This has ties to BlackRock, solid niche, RWA, the future to me. And this one has a nice dilution schedule, only once per year in January, every single year, that we see an unlock. So even though it only has 31% circulating, even though there's a lot to be dumped on, yeah, Ondo is definitely one that's going to be rocket shipping and not have as much inflation as expected. This is why you have to understand your unlock schedule. A lot of these altcoins that have unlocks, they usually get dumped on really fast. Ondo is a slow release schedule, which is very ideal. And this one I think is going to be great because, again, good connections, BlackRock, tokenizing real world assets to me is a huge niche that will get more exposure. And it just has a lot going on for us here. Ondo is definitely good. They're working with Solana. They're working with XRP. Solid cryptos, in my opinion. Since we're talking about XRP, I think XRP is worth looking into as a hedge. XRP is definitely one that I would not be going heavy into right now, only because it ran up a lot. However, below $3 is a fine price point to DCA. I have it at $2. This has an ETF for it. Very strong crypto, very strong utility, very strong community, and I think it's worth looking into at this price. If we're moving on, this is another coin that I think is good. Cardano, 83 cents. It has Charles behind it, Charles Hoskinson, which is the co-founder of Ethereum. This crypto has been moving up very nicely, but anything below $1 to me is a great price point to DCA if you're interested. I think Cardano is going to do very well. I think it's going to continue to outperform most altcoins. And yeah, Charles is one of the best leaders behind in the space for a reason. The guy knows what he's talking about. He's very smart. He's likable. He has his own YouTube channel. And Cardano is just a very safe and secure blue chip crypto. If we're moving on, we got NCT, which is a microcap. This is Polyswarm in cybersecurity, one of our recent plays within the last 6 months. It's only a 38 mil market cap. However, they're fully diluted, less than a 2 billion supply, and they're always posting on X. They're one of the more proactive cryptos to post on X. For me, the future, aside from Web3, is cybersecurity, protecting bad actors from hacking big businesses, enterprises, taking people's information, so on and so forth. We see that being a major thing in today's world, especially when it comes to cyber hacks. Everyone, including Coinbase, got hacked, Robinhood got hacked, all these exchanges get hacked. Information security is extremely crucial. Hence why I want to be in this play called Polyswarm, because the tokenomics are great, the team's good, the niche is good, and when we do see an increase in cybersecurity interest, this play will do very fine in my opinion. And also it's on Coinbase with less than 10K holders. Once the volume comes pouring in, you're going to see this crypto do very well. Another crypto I like a lot is Moonwell. This one's a DeFi, one's in protocol for Base and Optimism. One of the co-founders was a former Coinbase employee, and it's at only a 95 mil market cap. It's getting more dilution by the day, which is great because it means less selling pressure. This crypto, I think, is going to do extremely well because it's being tied to Base, tied to Optimism. And again, DeFi is a huge niche, huge narrative that is going to continue to do well. And the volume speaks for itself. It's a great, strong play that I think is going to outperform most of your coins. A recent play that we got into as well was Banker Coin at a great discount right now. This one just got on Coinbase not too long ago. It's a sub 50 million market cap while being fully diluted, which means this is the market cap. I actually will definitely be DCing some more into this in the near future. It's an AI bot type crypto and DeFi as well, tied to Base. And yeah, I think AI bots is also a trendy part of AI that I think is, I don't want to say the future, but it's definitely a trend that I think will catch some fire. Obviously, you're going to see some bugs, some nuances with that because AI is not perfect, but I do think this is a nice sub niche within crypto. And again, it's part of DeFi and it's got good connections, hence why it's on Coinbase. And I think right now buying it is a great time to be buying it. I'm actually going to load up some more probably right after this video. So yeah, this one's definitely good. Another crypto I like a lot that I think you should look into is Hedera HBAR. There is not a single layer one out there that uses Hedera's tech, which is the hash graph. Also, they're one of the few layer ones that can scale transactions for enterprises at a fixed fee. Most of your ledgers like Solana, Ethereum, or even like layer twos like Polygon, they may be cheap initially, not Ethereum, but those other ones may be cheap. But when you transact at a high volume, the price goes up. Hedera, it doesn't matter what price point the token HBAR is, it's always a thousandth of a penny to transact. There's not a single layer one out there that can do this at scale. So when it comes to an enterprise solution, Hedera HBAR, there's no competition for it. I highly recommend you research Hashgraph. And also, they're fully diluting their supply. They have roughly 80 to 90% circulating, so there's less sell pressure over time. This one's going to do amazingly well. Another crypto I like a lot, which is another microcap on Coinbase, is Aleph Cloud. They rebranded from Aleph.im, which I thought was kind of a stupid name to begin with. This is in Web3, but also the back end of Web3. So think of it like your Internet Explorer is being run on servers. This is the servers of Web3. Okay, without a coin like Aleph Cloud, you're not going to see a Web3 come out for crypto. We need this in the future for crypto. Okay, it's not just going towards the way of DeFi, it's going towards the way of decentralizing the internet, decentralizing data, keeping it secure, decentralizing dApps, keeping people safe. This is a big player for Web3, and it's only an 18 mil market cap. A very small market cap crypto that I think will do very well when the time comes. If we're moving on, we got Say's another layer one like HBAR, like XRP. And this one I think is very undervalued, even though it's only a 1.7 billion market cap. A lot of the focus right now is for Sui. And I think Sui, as good as it is and it's VC backed, there's more room for growth with Say. Say is constantly posting how big their ledger is growing. all over X. If you don't believe me, go on their X. Say is growing by the day and it's trying to be the fastest layer one, which every layer one tries to be faster than Solana, faster than Ethereum, faster, than everything else. But Say to me has good VC interest, a good team behind it, and Jay Jog and Jeff Feng. And I think it's going to do very well. It went to $1.15 not too long ago. It came down on the reversal. And I think especially at this price, we got in a 2x down. It is worth looking into. So this one's definitely a good crypto that also is getting less dilution by the day. So 40% when we first started buying it years ago, it had roughly 25% circulating. So this is definitely progress. We're moving on to another micro cap. On Coinbase, we got PNG, a multi-chain DEX for HBAR, Hedera, Avalanche, Songbird, Flare, and Emos. Aside from its good tokenomics, the team's always posting updates to their DEX on X. And I think this one only being a 30 mil market cap, when volume gets going, especially on Coinbase, on Hedera, on Avalanche, we're going to see a DEX like PNG start to pump as well. And this one's at a great price point to be looking at. It's been consolidating now for the past year. And I think it's one of the better DEXs out there to be looking at, especially during this time before the next Fed meeting. Now, if we go to the meme coins, we'll start with Bonk. So Bonk to me is the Solana Shiba Inu of this cycle. There's nothing wrong with going for SHIB, but I think there's better multipliers out there, and Bonk to me is the better multiplier out there. I think Bonk is going to outpace Shiba Inu this cycle. It's a much smaller market cap by comparison. SHIB last I checked around 7 billion, and Bonk is a sub 2 billion market cap. Solana is also very bullish this cycle. I don't want to say more bullish than Ethereum, but it's just trendier right now, especially with Solana memes. So I think Bonk is definitely worth looking into. But if you want to stay on Ethereum, I think Pepe is great. Pepe and Bonk to me are the Shiba Inu replacements. If you're looking for two cryptos or one or two, one of these two will replace SHIB and give you still that same safety factor because they're blue chips, they're larger in market cap, they're still much smaller than Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. So if you're trying to replace SHIB and Dogecoin, Pepe and Bonk should be your replacement. And if you want even better price action with a little bit more risk, I think Turbo is one of the best ones on Ethereum. It's not a dog coin. It's not a cat. It's trendy. It's part of AI. It's got a docs founder, which the majority of meme coins do not even have a docs founder because most of them are malicious and rug. Turbo is not like that. Ret Mankind's doxed. They're one of the most proactive meme coins out there in the market. And for a good reason, because they have a good tokenomics breakdown. They have 69 billion total supply, all of it circulating, good exchange listings. The person running the X account is very genuine, and they know exactly how to market this crypto, which to me is definitely a big thing for meme coins. So Turbo is definitely great. Another one that's good is Toshi, which is on a great dip for this month. Toshi was actually larger in market cap than Turbo about 2 weeks ago, and now it's below it. I think at this price point, around a 200 mil market cap is definitely a great entry, whether you're establishing a new entry or look into DCA. It's on a nice dip. This is a cat coin tied to Brian Armstrong's pet cat. It's one of the few cat coins in my portfolio that I think would do very well. And I think base, again, is trendy, hence Toshi. And Toshi is one of the better, safer blue chip memes out there for base. If you want to stay in base and want a more riskier play, high risk, high reward, I think Keyboard Cat is great. We recently 2x this play and it decided to cool off a bit, which I think makes it a great time to DCA. You can see here it pumped. It's been consolidating, and now it's at a nice price point to accumulate. 52 mil market cap, fully diluted. Great place to be when it comes to establishing an entry or look into DCA. If you want to stay in base again, but switch from a cat to a dog, Dogamy is also one that I think is very strong. 32 mil market cap. That is as low as it gets for a meme coin on Coinbase. It actually probably is the smallest market cap meme coin on Coinbase, which is insane. You're talking a 10x at minimum for this kind of coin. So yeah, Dog and Me is very good. And then if you want to stay on base again, DGen, another great play. They're always posting on X. This is more of like the community coin for the forecasters, which is a group within base Degen's a very often used term. I think it's going to draw some interest and it's going to do very well. 66 mil market cap. This one's also great to be looking at. You can see here, run a nice dump, 10% a month. And on the year, we're still down. Look at that chart. You want to buy here, not there. Great place to be. If we're going back to Solana, Mudang is a great play to be looking at. It's on every exchange but Binance, but it's on Binance Alpha, which is a catalyst. And the surprising part was it got listed on Robinhood before Binance, hence why the trading volume is pretty high, 34 million, despite not being on Binance. So Mudang, we DC'd this one massively at 2 cents. It was a great time to look at it. I'm keeping my eye on this one. If it gets to 10 cents, I'll be buying a much bigger bag. However, even at this price, a great price point to be looking at. You can see on the month chart, we were at around 19 cents. And a little bit before the month chart, we were around like 25, 35 cents. I think it got to like 38 cents on a recent pump. So yeah, Mudang, definitely a great one to be looking at. Fully diluted. It's a nice animal, and I think it's great. Dog with fat. This is a blue chip that I'll put on par with Bonk and Pepe, although a little bit smaller in market cap, but still safer than coins like Turbo and Toshi when it comes to market cap. This one's on a nice dip. It's a great play. It's got a nice name to it. It sounds kind of stupid, but I mean, it's a great crypto. It tends to rebound very strong too when the market rallies. So yeah, this one, especially on the month chart, we're down 10%. On the year chart, we're down 50%. This one was over $4 at one point. I think it's going to easily get back there. Definitely a strong blue chip, mid-cap type hedge, which I think is going to do extremely well by altcoin season. Another play that I recently DC'd into is GigaChat. GigaChat is almost below a penny, and it's only 100 mil market cap. We saw this thing go upwards of past 10 cents before this dip. And GigaChat, like Mudang, has yet to be listed on Binance, just like Toshi. And I think with this dip, we're getting probably the best entry we're ever going to see again for GigaChat. Now, when it comes to animal coins, meme coins, they're usually better than like a human type meme coin. But this one's already on Coinbase, has a good brand behind it. You know, it's pretty much trying to optimize like a person's, lifestyle, like, aesthetics, fitness, so on and so forth. It's what GigaChat kind of means, like being the best version of yourself as a man. And it's got a good message behind it. So I think GigaChat on this dip is a nice price point to accumulate. Again, you want to buy when you see charts like these, especially for coins that are on Coinbase. It doesn't take much to see a reversal, and I think GigaChat is one of the better entries right now out of most meme coins on tier 1 exchanges. Another play that we recently got into was Peanut the Squirrel. We got into this one pretty much at this price, 20 cents. Again, same deal as Mudang. It's on Robinhood. It's on most exchanges. And I think it's on Binance too, actually, which is why the trading volume is so high at 88 million. Let me just check here. Yeah, it's on every exchange, which, again, when you're talking about a meme coin being on every exchange, it matters a lot because, retail and beginners are going to want to buy, especially when it comes to meme coins, which ones are on Robinhood, Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, crypto.com, so on and so forth. Checks all the boxes. It's a squirrel. It's cool. People know about it. And I think it's going to do extremely well. So we went over a bunch of different plays, utility coins, meme coins. I think the best well-balanced portfolio is a combination of utility coins and meme coins. You can decide for yourself which percent allocation you want to do for each. If you need a portfolio review, join my whale tier on Discord. The link to that will be in the description. If you want to just see my trades, be a part of the support group, join in on a private conference call Q&As, then join the Shark tier. It's a great place to be, guys, especially during this time. You want to surround yourself around like-minded people who also want to change their life with massive profits. If this is you, if you're ready for altcoin season, I highly recommend you join the Discord. With that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. Take action, DCA, and you can go from there and start to research and get into some of these plays we just discussed. On that note, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.